Hello everyone and welcome. We are here taking a look at the game that is Hero Simulator. So this game just came out on Congregate here. I think this is the second day it's been out. It really hasn't been out long, maybe even the third. And we're gonna here take a look at it. So here on the Idel Game Guru, we love idle games. Idle games are great. They're so much fun. And this one, I had a blast. It was great. It was very... I mean, there's a few issues. Like, as you just saw, I scrolled up and the thing went down. So it's kind of finicky. And as you see here, it's doing all this stuff for me. Well, there's a few things with this. First of all, you see that I have a large amount of gold, large amount of honor. But I can't buy this upgrade. Because its honor has gone up to the point that it's way above the most expensive upgrade. This thing costs over 100 times more gold, costs 100 times less honor. And also, this is how you make all of your money right here. All of these. Look at this. It's risk. So these are investments. I want to start by explaining these investments for you. So they're investments, of course. What it is you give a certain percentage of both your money and your honor, and if it gets completed, you gain, however much money it is. For these two, it tells you gain 150% of what you gave, or here it's 250%. Here it doesn't tell you, which is kind of annoying, but you gain a lot more than you put in. I'll just put it there. You get a lot more. And you unlock these through your hero levels. But it's gotten to the point that this is the only way I make money. I went to sleep, woke up, got back on this game. It's offline. It has offline money making. I gained 24 sextillion. At the time, I had 10 septillion. Now I have a bit more. Look at that difference. That's so much. It's not worth it. Like, everything is nowhere near as good as these investments are. So let's talk about the next thing, hero levels. So, as you level up your hero, which you need a certain amount of EXP to do, you get to buy these upgrades. These upgrades now cost a very large amount, as you can see. They're not worth it anymore. In fact, there's nothing left to buy that is worth buying. Because what it's going to do is it's going to decrease the time it takes for these things to go. Well, the longest time thing used to take 590 something days. It now takes 39. And I gain 82 quintillion per time it happens. Meanwhile, in 500 days, I'm probably going to get, 70 septillion. That doesn't make sense. But, hey, I do like the artwork. It is reminiscent of King's League. The people said that they really like King's League, the ones that made this. And that's what they were actually going for, was a King League's kind of thing, and it does. So we're going to check out the next thing that I find kind of hard to take in. That's the guilds. So originally, when you clicked on these, it told you what your rank was, and it told you how much you were gaining because of this rank. Well, it says right here, complete big quests to get high rank. High rank equals big income. How much income is this giving me? It doesn't tell me this. There's no way I can do any kind of math if I don't have the numbers. I don't have the numbers here. And it goes with all of them. None of them tell you how much you're making right now. It just likes to say, hey, look, you're gaining a lot of money. But I'm not gaining a lot of money. I've pointed this out already, that you aren't gaining money anymore. Not from these, anyway. So, those are my pet peeves. And here's another one. So we're going to go here. This is my party. As you see, it says I have blank spaces left. We'll worry about that in a moment. Please go away. And I'm just going to scroll through here, and each one of these you have, it makes it so that they automatically do these. Now, if you don't have a party member, which I'm going to fire this guy. Yes, we're going to fire him quickly. Come on. Please, thank you. We're going to fire him. And as you see, it doesn't care. He's still going. Yet, he is needed to make that run. Okay, we'll level it up once, and that didn't do anything. It still is going at its exact speed. Okay. Now the game's yelling at me that I have a person to buy, so on and so forth. Let's fire this guy. Damn if I fire this guy. Oh, you see it ended. And look at this. I have to now, every time, click when these things are finished. That's how the early game for this works, is you first off have to buy the ability to do it, and you get to do it. That's how those work. Which is, a little annoying is the word I'll use. It's also kind of funny. Oh! Wait a second! I sold this guy, and it sold that person. What the heck? And then I sold that guy, and it sold that person. That's pretty funny. And, oh great, now I've broken that guy. That's great. Let's buy and sell this dude and see what happens. Fire, yes, hire. Did it work? Oh, that's working again. That's annoying. But that's what the early game is. You have to click on these things to do it. But we're still going here. Now we have here, you can exchange your gold for honor, and vice versa. The kingdom does take 25% of anything that you try to switch. And here's, the navigation page. Here's your hero. Here's the guilds I've looked at, the party. I guess we'll look at the shop next. Alright, so the shop. You buy these things. Now, when you buy these things are pretty great. Because when you buy them, they give you a certain amount of honor as soon as you buy them. Like a large amount. That's great. It really helped out when I was buying some higher end upgrades. But again, at this point, these don't matter. And then it increases permanently 120%. Now, I don't know if all of these stack multiplicatively. Because here I've got one that gives me 10%, and this one gives me 5%. So does that mean I'm now getting 15, and now I'm gaining 30, and now I'm gaining 55, and now I'm gaining 100 and frickin' 25, and then 245? Is that how that works? I don't know. And the armor, same deal. Get a certain amount, you get more. And here's another issue I have, is these. So, you look at them, and it gives you, once again, permanent amount of honor, but then it gives you space, because what it is you have to buy these in order to get more party members, because you can only hold so many. What is the point of having a thing that gives you 90 party members, or the ability to hold 90 party members? There's only like 12 of them. Why do I need 90? And, I mean, sure, it gives me more honor. Great, I kind of need a lot of it. But again, the idleness isn't making me money. This is, which, I'd love to buy another one of these that's shorter to show you, but I guess we'll wait another 200 days. Then we have here, I like its upgrade thought process. Is that, you have to unlock it, and then suddenly it goes, okay, hey look, this thing will permanently increase, everything. But then this thing will permanently increase only this thing. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's great. It requires me to be level 3, so it has all these requirements before I can buy it. But that's the only one. There's not multiple upgrades for anything, except for just in general. Because this is in general, 50%, and this is in general, 2%. Excuse me, sorry. So, that's useful. That is very useful while you're playing the game, that's for certain. It was very useful up until I got to this late game part. And here we have these animals. And these animals are one of the most useful things I found in the entirety of the game, because you buy them and it permanently increases it permanently decreases the amount of time it takes to get things. It increases the speed of the quest, which is great. I like that. That's amazing. They also talk occasionally. It's kind of funny. You get to name them. You get 3 options, except for the hamster, you only get 2. The other one was just no name, so it was kind of weird. But now we're back here to the point that there's no reason for me to increase my speed. And here's why. It can't go past 0.1 days. It can't. It's been at 0.1 days since probably around level 60. Here it is. 0.1 days. Like, it doesn't go up. And along with that, let us talk about their incentive to reset the game, which is right here. So, you get 1 hero spirit per 10 levels. Hero spirits complete quests faster. 1 hero spirit equals plus 3% to all quest complete speed. Yeah, 13. Really? 39? 39 for being 100 for being 39% increase for being a level 134, which means that this would go down to, you know, 26 days. Wow. 26 days to make not a lot of money. It's not an incentive. It's not enough of an incentive, especially if you can't go past 0.1 days. Venture capitalist has it right where it just keeps getting smaller and smaller. You know, it goes, and that's why you start seeing money per second instead of how much it makes every time it completes. You know, because they know that it's just going to keep going. You know, you put that kind of a take on it. Sure, that might be better, but still, buying this thing increases it by such a small margin. That's not worth it. It isn't. It isn't worth the amount of money that I'm putting into it, and the honor. So now we're going to show you the last thing, which is this one. So, the investments. I'm finally going to get to check it. This is how much stuff I put into it. And what you do is here you get a large amount of one-time gold and honor and permanent bonuses. So let's see what permanent and failed. 29, I got 7 back. Wow, that hit like a bullet. That's really all I have to say now. Just look at it. I mean, sure, this game was fun, but there's not enough incentive for me to reset, and there's not enough incentive for me to reset. This is no longer an idle game. I'm just now competing with friends, which is funny because I go to my friends and I'm at the top of the board. There's no reason for me to be playing this game anymore at this point in time. This game is over with. You know, it came out 2 days ago and I'm already done with it. I finished it the first day. Probably took me 5 hours. 5 hours to complete this game. It was fun, and the art style is great, but it isn't thought over enough to be an idle game. And that's my thought on this game. It's great. It might be a bit of fun for a while, but it needs way too much micromanaging, and it doesn't really make sense for an idle game. Alright, people. So that's my 2 cents on the game Idle Hero Simulator, sorry. Hope you people have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.